Bختیاری are one of the last of the great nomadic tribes. While most of us live in houses of some kind and are part of settled communities, the Bختیاری continue to this day to move like the wind through the mountains. It's said that they've never been conquered, and yet the only monuments they have are the gravestones that mark their mountain paths. The Bختیاری live in the Middle East. For centuries, their home has been the Zagros Mountains of western Iran. This massive mountain range stands between the oil fields of the Persian Gulf and the ancient city of Isfahan. In the winter, most of the 500,000 Bختیاری nomads keep their sheep to the southwest in the plains of Khuzestan. But every spring, when the winter rains are over and the grass withers and dies, the Bختیاری must set out for their summer pastures beyond the 15,000-foot mountain of Zadaku. The only road is long and badly surfaced. It's used by merchants and a few wealthy families. The Bختیاری have never built roads directly through the mountains, for this would have made them vulnerable to invading armies. Besides, there's no need to hurry, for when the migration starts, the summer pastures are still under snow. The sheep must graze along the way while they wait for spring to come to the highlands. This film of the Babadi, one of the Bختیاری tribes, is the chronicle of Jafar Quli, their Kalantar or chief. He must decide when to set out, the best route to follow, and how fast to move. The timing of the migration is a matter of life and death for both the people and the flocks.
I became Kalantar at the age of 20. In those days, I had to fight my way through these mountains. Jafar Quli, the outlaw, they used to call me. I lived with my own armed gang, and we punished those who did not respect us. Later, the government disarmed us. Took away our rifles and shotguns. Well, not all of them, just some of them. Life is better now. There's more security. Not just for the Babadi, but for all the Bختیاری people. Little danger, the tribe will fight tribe. Not that I don't have enemies, every Kalantar has. The weather's always an enemy. I've seen it make a rich man poor overnight. Take my father-in-law. He's rich now because of his land and his political activities, but not long ago, all his sheep were lost in the snow, high up on that mountain, frozen to death. I've been invited to a meal by Ali Agha. He is the Kalantar of a neighboring tribe. I don't like Ali Agha very much. but it would be an insult to refuse. His men are not exactly good cooks. Can't climb these hills so easily. It's old age. Ali Agha has told his men to kill a fat young sheep. He wants to make an impression. I know what you'll say. Wait another week. Don't go now, you tell me. The snow's too deep. Remember your father-in-law. That's just what he says. Then I say, the Babadi are ready to leave now. The weather's going to change up there in the mountains. It's not safe, Ali Agha, to wait any longer. I accept Ali Agha's hospitality, but it doesn't make me forget that fight a few years ago. It was caused by a cow. One of Ali Agha's men had lost it, but he accused one of my men of stealing it. Then his man insulted my man's wife. This always leads to trouble. 7 people were killed at once. 6 of theirs, 1 of ours. My father-in-law was shot in the leg. Ali Agha lost 2 fingers of his left hand. It was a blood feud, but we settled it. We gave them $5,000, and one of our girls went to marry one of their young men. That's how we made peace. Ali Agha's men managed to cook the sheep without turning it to ash. This is something you can't always expect from them. Will it stick in my teeth? Ali Agha's stubborn, won't take my advice. If he wants to travel without my protection, he can go whenever it suits him. The thieves will grow fat at his expense. That's his problem. I have enough to think about. My own group of tents, my mall, is smaller than usual this year. Some of my relatives have gone to set up their own malls. Now I have only 6 tents. I could use a few strong young men. They would make up for the likes of my cousin, Nizam. He's poor. He has 10 children. His wife's going to have another one soon. How can he expect to carry all his provisions? At least I've got Jalali. He's my right arm, works hard, and he's strong. I've seen Jalali carry a full-grown donkey across a river. Bachman, my chief shepherd. He knows sheep. But he's still shaken by the incident of last year. His brother was killed by a wild boar, gored to death. He was defending my flock at the time. I sometimes think Bachman blames me for his brother's death. My mall is going to belong to old women and young children. As for the widow, Zainab, and her impudent daughter, Iran, I could often do without them. The girl is pretty enough. I don't know why she hasn't married. She'll be lucky to get a poor shepherd at her age. My wife, Nessa. She's the one who stays with them all. She lost all her children when they were young. Nessa's very good at keeping things in order. She makes the best yogurt in the mountains. My first wife doesn't like traveling on the migration. It doesn't suit the senior wife of a Kalantar, she says. My youngest wife says much the same. She's been to school. A taxi suits her better than a mule. They can take their children and go by road. It's the long way round. We'll meet them in the summer pastures. I have a house in the nearest village. They can stay there. But Nessa has to travel with me. She has to help. Mandani. He was once my chief shepherd. The sheep could talk with him, but age, I retired him. He's full of good advice. He took a young wife and fathered 5 more children. The eldest has gone to work in the oil fields, a way of life I don't approve. This younger boy is staying on as a goat herd. He's not old enough to do more. Then there's Golbahar, the eldest of Mandani's 3 young daughters. She's 8 years old, and the beauty of the family.
خیلی سخت خیلی هر چی بخوای باور سخت
دارن تر مو هم کنه خیسی بود حتما هم خیسی
خیلی ناجوره
حتما
بله پول هم نیست با هیچ پول هم نداره نه پول داره نه چی هیچ باید با محله رفت کمشب چیه کنیم هستن
چیو کنیم و چهارا
Now provisions. We'll be 4 weeks in the mountains, perhaps 6. If it rains on the way, could be longer. I'll plan for the worst. My mouths must not run short of food. Jalali, as always, travels with me. I send some of the other men with the mules. It's 5 hours riding to the market town. Lolly?
اندازه بگیر یه چوغا برام درست کن قرار خودم اندازه میگیم چوغا دارم اندازه خودم
لمونده ما خودم اسنم سید کمبود نمره 1
چه مثلا چه بده؟
که مثلا
به نظر خودم ولی خیلی با سفارشیه
نه نمره شوخامو داره
خوبه
It used to belong to the oil company, this town of Lali. In my father's time, they brought water and electricity, built stone houses. Now the company's moved south to other oil fields. The houses are here, decaying. If you're too poor to migrate, you can stay here. But it's like a desert in the summer.
مزاقا 2 کیلو دیگه تو خیلی بوده کیلوتون میده خیلی ظریفه سالده رو میدونم خودم
خوبه خان دستگاه باریکه ما نداره خیلی باریکه دستگاه باریکه عمل نمیدن اینجا
کنه پا
شما مالدار حسابی
رومت برو فرمون چی؟ گمت مالدار تو بیارم
عمال خامو بیارم مالدار خامو آره عمال خامونو بر
این چنده؟
میخوای اینا؟
خیلی قشنگه این چنده؟
120 تومن
100 تومن نه 100 تومن
نه 110 تومن
به حساب مگو دیگه
نه بخدا غیر آدم
چنده مدوم چنده مدوم چنده خیمت
خوبه هر دارش بخوام
Prices get higher every spring. We've had to buy flour for bread, rice, tea, sugar, salt, onions, dates, many other things. They give us credit here with hardly a question. Then they rush by truck to the summer quarters. They wait for us there. We'll have to sell them a lot of lambs to pay for what we bought this year. The merchants of Lali. Every man in my tribe is in debt to them. And the rate of interest they demand, they don't care that it's against our religion. Tomorrow, I'll send the word around to all the Babadi. It's time to leave. Aye, Ali. It's cold this morning. Good for traveling. Try to get people moving early on the first day. It's no different from one migration to the next.